What's up, everybody? Brett here, and we're back today playing some more Battle Brothers on the Beast and Exploration DLC. Picking up where we left off last time, we were standing outside the Barbarians' ritual site, and we're going to head on in. Not nearly as dangerous as some of the other barbarian places we've been invading at the beginning of some of our last episodes, which has been a pretty cool way to start our episodes, fighting the barbarians. But I went ahead and swapped in the A team, kind of at the last second. I had a B team in here, but when I really thought about how many chosen there are, I felt like if we were going to successfully do this without any serious losses, we may want to consider just going ahead and bringing in our most experienced brothers. And right there, just Cattle proving his accuracy. And I've got a name change to do. Someone made a name request. I wrote it down. And we're going to give that name to Arnold. I'm going to get to that when this battle is over. Hopefully I remember to do that as soon as possible. Alright, that's not our best target. I don't like shooting 50s. But I also don't like wasting shots on dogs. We want to kill lightly armored, unshielded men with dangerous weapons. That's our first target. Because their DPS is high, but they're easy to kill. Grazed his neck. And we're going to use Indomitable. I see some weapons here capable of stunning us. These Reavers and the Chosen, they can all stun us. Let's not let that happen. Let's use Adrenaline and try and do that again. Everyone else, I think, will just pass. And if you hear a horn going off in the background, my neighbors are like pouring concrete in their backyard. They're making like a half court, which is pretty sweet. Step in and do that and step back. We could make sure we go first. I think we will. Let's decapitate this dude right at the beginning of the battle. And we'll let them come off this high ground they've taken. Alright, here we go. Nice. Make sure we still have... No, if we use any of our abilities, we won't be able to do anything. So we'll just wait. Hopefully they step up on me and don't kill me. Decapitation there. And we'll wait. The drummer, they're keeping him back. He's well protected. Nice. Glad to dodge that. Bone plating taking that first hit for us. He didn't go for the stun. Oh my god, that hurt. And he dazed us and broke our nose. Alright, bone plating took that hit for us. What can we do? Well, we need to help out up here. Those were all pretty unfortunate shots. Pop that guy. Let's get in there. Jotnar is going to help out. Reload, and then next turn we'll be looking for that swap. We'll try and decapitate this dude. Spear wall up front. Might be able to hold these Chosen back. I'll take that. Yeah. And they absolutely destroyed my fatigue by hitting me with those weapons. We'll step in here. Ooh, that's rough. That's... I try to say 3 different words at once. That's rough, is what I was thinking. But if we can shoot him with the crossbow and knock him back, it won't be so bad. Then we'll be able to make our escape. Alright, see what they got. Happy to see their axes going in those directions. Good. Alright, all good so far. Just don't get hit, Svarog. Oh, nice. He tried to jump again. The fool. Grazed his neck. It looked like we did two different injuries. We did. We pierced his cheek as well. Oh, no. That's bad. We can rotate him out if we step someone up, like Hans. Oh my god, I thought I was looking at him. Oh no. What a blunder. That's potentially losing. We still didn't have to shoot our own man in the back though. Let's cover ourselves and get to fighting. It's War Dog time. My bad, Leisure Side. Man, we really messed him up. Get up on that guy. Decapitation. Nailed it. And we're going to step in here to prevent him from throwing axes at us. And we're going to hit him instead of him because he's running already. Yeah. This guy probably would have just thrown a single axe and killed Leisure Side. Man, what a stupid mistake. That's the danger of having guys that are dressed almost identically. I really didn't tell them apart. That's totally my bad. Guys who write stories in the comment section. Whew. Someone write me a story about the time Chieftain Brett gave in an order that nearly resulted in Leisure Side being killed. That brings me something that I want to talk about real quick. Those of you who I see that post every day, a lot of times I want you to know, because I've seen this confusion in the comment section. Sometimes you make, really long stories and they don't show up for a while, and that's because I have to manually go in and approve those types of comments because they're so long. I think YouTube thinks they're spam, and sometimes people just put punctuation in the wrong place, and that makes it look like it's some sort of like URL. So a few of you that post very often, I've gone ahead and given you guys basically free reign to post. So hopefully that's not something that anyone will ever abuse. But you've posted enough, and I'm trusting you to, continue posting in the responsible way you have been, keeping, the bad language and the really terrible things out of your stories. So I appreciate that. But I want to make sure that your stories get out when you post them. And I definitely understand the confusion. It's just straight up YouTube trying to make sure that my channel's not getting spammed. Looks like most of them are routing. Good hits. Leisure Side coming in the fourth quarter and doing the work. So yeah, YouTube's funny like that. But at least they're trying to stop, certain types of things from happening. We're going to go first. In the off chance we can get this kill and then still move. Yeah, we can't get there. We just don't have the fatigue. Hopefully this battle was worth it, because Leisure Side is going to be out of commission for quite some time. Okay. Jeez. Let's not shoot any more brothers in the back. We can step forward this far and drop a dog. I mean, this guy is near death, so I feel like all our dog needs to do is hit him one time and we'll get the kill. Should be that much of an ask. And Leisure Side just proving why he is a monster. Coming in after nearly being killed. And getting the kills. Man, that was totally my bad. I would have felt horrible if I had accidentally, like, killed him. We probably don't need another dog, but may as well. Let's make sure if the first one misses, we still have a chance of not, like, losing a dog or something. Yeah, no more. Run him down. Come on. Come on, Brant. Perfect. Alright. Couple levels, one on Ozzy, one on Hans. Oh, check this out. Frozen Tainted Bulwark. Some rare barbarian armor. This armor is composed of a strange alloy and well crafted for barbarian standards, a truly rare and remarkable piece. And with enough tools to probably repair the damage we sustained, tons of food, crafting materials, and crowns for our trouble. Awesome. All good stuff, but we're going to have to really be careful how we, switch out our brothers here. Svarog took some injury. We can put in Gimli over him. And Leisure Side should definitely come out. Arnold's about to level, and so is Folkir. So I guess let's give him a chance. Pull out Ragnar too, I suppose. I feel like the next few fights we take will probably not be extremely taxing. And yes, before I forget, let me go ahead and change Arnold's name. I have the list in front of me right now. And let's christen him Rainer von Emmerich. And that's from Hong Tron. Definitely not saying your name right, man. And I apologize. Emmerich. Okay. Oh, no. Well, I might have to do Rainer with, like, von Emmerich being kind of a title. That looks good to me. Let me know if that's cool with you, man. But thanks for caring enough to want a brother. And despite his one weird insecurity perk, or trait rather, he's not that bad of a brother, and he's going to be a pretty strong hybrid for us for some time to come. We only have one name left in the queue, and that is for John. Jon. John Wolfrider. And we're waiting. He wanted a great sword. Someone with a great sword. We'll probably have someone like that before the end of this playthrough for sure. Did I finish changing people out? I think I did, but we did have some levels. Let's just go ahead and pump that. 5 there. 1 here. 1 there. Very good stats on Hans. Hans is such a powerful brother. It's easy to forget. His melee and range skill came along nicely. He even has decent melee defense. Considering we're almost using him exclusively as a throwing brother. Naturally good resolve, so he doesn't need to wear a necklace. He can use a dog. And his fatigue is great considering he's wearing armor that for a long time was well above his level. Childish giggling wakes you from a nap. You rise up to see that some of the food is gone, and the only evidence as to where it departed is a field of still moving tall grass. Thinking fast, you take up a sword and follow its trail. Unfortunately, it isn't long before you are lost in the midst of enormous stalks of green that pedal against your face with every rush of wind. The giggling doesn't stop, however, and you hear the pitter-patter of footsteps across behind you and then in front. A voice speaks, sounding like a child deep in a well. Chase us, over here, chase us, chase us, chase us now. Yeah. I'm not about to do that, some Children of the Corn stuff. You suddenly feel no urge to retrieve the grain. You slowly put your sword back in its sheath and back out of the field. As you stare into the tall grass, it begins to part slowly, like a piece of leather being torn at the seams. You hear horrible cries as each stem cracks in half. Svarog Urdnot, Lord of War, startles you when he asks what is going on. And what is it you're doing? You turn to look at him, then turn back to the field which sways gently into a breeze. Instead of answering, you just tell him to get ready, as you'll be marching in very soon. Thankfully, the mercenary does not inquire about the missing food. We could have used this. I don't think I've ever seen that event before. That's crazy. We lost food to some, like, little nymphs or something that were trying to lure us into the wheat. Sounds like a bad way for our brother to die. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to take this crumbled watchtower fight, which is probably at the end of the day, just some, like, almost called them untoward, like the Barbarian King. They're probably going to be undead. And let's give Behemoth a chance to fight as well. We have no idea who we're fighting, so this could be anyone. Maybe it'll be... I didn't even look at the armor. Dang it, my bad, guys. We'll check out the armor in a bit. I'm sure it's awesome. I got sidetracked. But it's goblins. So I think this will fulfill one of our ambition requirements. I wasn't really expecting to fight goblins here. Or else I might have honestly gotten rid of the two-handed weapons and gone with more shields in the front line. Best weapon against goblins, period, is the warbow. For sure. You got that extra range, you can outrange their archers. They're squishy by nature. And there's a shaman here. I'm trying to think, have we faced a shaman together in this playthrough? And I can't recall. Actually, you know what? We have. We certainly have. I think I remember going over the kind of finer points of getting ourselves out of roots, maybe? You know what? Now that I'm saying it, I honestly don't recall. But boy, was I not expecting to be doing this right now. I think you're supposed to free yourself, then your ally. Let me see. It's based on melee skill. And we didn't get it. Since our game plan is usually to remain static anyway, it doesn't matter all that much whenever we get rooted by the shaman. What does matter, though, is that we're going to have to be very slick if we want to catch the shaman. And okay, I do remember now, we have fought a shaman one time. We did. We did get their gnarly staff as well, and ended up selling it. Okay, I recall. I think we can catch them, however. We just need to be quick about it. But in the snow, it might be a little difficult. I like jumping in here. I don't know why I thought for a moment that he wouldn't have a zone of control because he had this weapon. We're exposing our backline to shots, but if they want to take it, they're going to have to step forward, which I'm cool with. Our archers are heavily armored with bone plating. Let's let the AI think they have all these open shots. They'll step in, we'll get much better shots on their archers, and we'll actually have a chance to kill them. Shaman's going to go in a second. So the shaman can either root you in place, or do this, Swarm of Insects, which is an incredibly annoying ability. And we'll go over what it is as soon as I can. Good kills. Wow, and that's setting almost the entire backline to routing. And the hope really is just that we're able to step forward enough to lock down Shaman. Shaman? Shaman. Now even the Shaman wants to run. Yeah, we're probably going to need to use dogs. Let's get in there. Okay, swarm of insects. Check out the debuffs. It lasts for 3 turns. 1,000 black flies buzzing around this character, trying to crawl into every small opening of armor, into every orifice of the body. A terrible curse that makes it nigh impossible to fight for 3 turns. Yeah. Super rough. And I think all dogs need to come out. They're all running. There's no one here to kill dogs. We're going to use these adrenalines just to drop early dogs. Like this. Battle Brother's going to come down, probably get the kill. Step in here, drop a dog. That's going to be Warrior. Our 2 mascots. Man, good job, Wolf. We don't really have any good shots. We're at a poor angle, and they have that dang rock. Do still want to keep stepping forward, though. How far forward can we jump? At this point, like I said, the dogs might just be more valuable than our brothers. All of these dudes are locked down. Out comes Bane. Two more dead. Just drop that there. Break ourselves free. We didn't land it. There we go. The shaman's tied up. He may in fact kill a dog. But at least he's tied up. Look at the distance they cover. We'll prioritize freeing our allies, because the combat effectiveness of Fritz right now is pretty poor. Nice. Yeah, some of them will get away. We perhaps don't have a good enough surround to really hold them. It's all about the shaman, though. Give me your rare loot. The war dogs are going to stay on them. As long as they're scared, their chances of getting away are very poor. Battle Brother. Bane. Another swarm of flies. At least he's not attacking Blaze. Blaze is definitely the name of a stoner dog. Finally, we get a real brother on top of the shaman. Okay. Break free. Get him. No, don't let him get away. Almost there, y'all. Feel free to fast forward for sure. Unless you really want to see some dogs maul some people. So this is the gnarly staff. This is the unique weapon that they drop. It's not amazing. I've used it in the past as an excellent way to stun brothers during witches fights. Yeah, we get another one. It does good damage for like a low tier wooden mace. It has the ability to stun, but it probably won't, kill a brother if you hit them on the head with it to knock them out of the hex. But if you have to fight back a dire wolf with it, you'll be happy to have it over like a wooden stick, let's say. And I was able to arm almost my entire, I think I was able to arm my entire company last time I took on the witch's hut. And yeah, we were able to run right through all of the beasts they sent at us. We had just enough damage to beat back the dire wolves. And whenever we had a few brothers that were hexed, we could just turn and smash them. We're going to run them down. I think our dogs are going to very easily get this last 2 kills. And, I mean, this is crowns at the end of the day. Probably a few hundred worth. The bigger the surround, the more likely they are to get the kill. And we should get some levels off of this, too. Folkier, I know, was pretty close. And I think we have a few others as well. I'm thinking about where I'm going to put that barbarian armor. And I'm thinking I may end up giving that to Svarog. I want my barbarians to wear my barbarian armor. That's just me being picky, but I think it's cool. And down he goes. Alright. So we got 3 levels off of that. Gimli, Raynor, and Folkier. Very good. We got the gnarly staff, like I said. Some salt to sell. No unique loot. But that was still pretty profitable. And look, there it goes. Yeah, that definitely counted towards our goblin location destruction. And that's something we're going to want to do before we take on the goblin city. For multiple reasons. The main one being you get a special... you get something special for doing this ambition. And we'll see what it is when we get it. Alright, Folkier. Folkier. You... Getting a 3 in ranged is nice. That'll help you. You don't need much more in the way of resolve. 100% going to take a 5 roll there. I don't think we're going to give you any more HP. We'll probably just take some melee defense, to be honest. We need a little bit of that. How are we building you? Fast adaptation to account for your lower stats. You're supposed to have an axe, and I'm going to respect that. That's what the subscriber wanted. They wanted to make sure that this character had an axe. So we can make him an axe master and a crossbow master. If he's going to stay in heavy armor, which I think he will, Battleforge is what's going to keep him alive. And he can wear super heavy armor because he does have 3 stars of fatigue. We just need to remember to pump that every single time. So let's go ahead and give him Battleforge. That'll keep him around a lot longer. That'll make his armor go a lot further. And here, Gimli. What do you got, homie? We know we're going to make him another lone wolf. This weapon. Definitely want to play to his strengths. Killing Frenzy would be nice. But he's going to need to have reach advantage. And then that leaves us free to use Lone Wolf and then one other. Potentially Steel Brow. Very standard build on him. But I think it's going to pay off. Good roll. Good roll. And the rest are kind of mediocre. I guess I'll take a 2 in melee defense. That's okay. And Rainer von Emmerich. See what you got, man. You are our Beastmaster. Our master of slaying beasts. I'd like to do something thematic with him. Can't pass those. We'll take a 3 there. Let's try and do something thematic with him. Let's hold off on a mastery perhaps for now. We're going to give him quick hands, but after that, I think I'm going to try and give him some different stuff. Like perhaps relentless. Or maybe resilient. I'll think about it, and we'll try and make him thematic to what I think a Beast Slayer would have. Maybe give him 9 lives. That could be cool. Pathfinder. We'll give him some unique stuff. We'll just have to see what it is when the time comes. But for now, he does need quick hands to function. And it's hard for me to recognize John D without this bow. Still have lots of injuries we need to recover from. Okay, so the armor. Where is that bad boy at? And I said I kind of wanted to give it to Svarog, who's been wearing this green armor the whole time. Let's compare. So the battle-hardened plate coat is 338 with bone plating, 32 fatigue. This is 313 with 26 fatigue. So if we switch it up, he'll gain 6 fatigue, and he'll only lose, I mean, only is relative term, but he'll lose 25 durability, which is basically a hit when it comes to having Battle Forged. So he loses a hit, but he gains fatigue. I think that's worth it, because we'll also be passing this armor on to another brother, which I think is important. Someone else in the front line can wear that, but it's got to be someone who can really handle the fatigue of wearing a piece of armor that's 32. Actually, these are 32 already. Wow. Our brothers are wearing some heavy stuff. And let's make sure we hook him up with a bone plating on this. I'm actually not a huge fan of the Unhold Fur Cloak. I think it's a pretty bad attachment. I think bone plating is best bang for your buck, but there are times when you want different attachments. Linward hide, bone plating, and perhaps the padded fur that I don't have right now are the 3 top tier that I can think of. 32. So Mudun's pretty rough with his fatigue. I would love to get him like a piece of armor, perhaps that's like unique, that has lower fatigue. Honestly, something like what we just put on Svarog here. That might happen in the future. But for right now, I think Hans can wear that. And then this piece we can give to Muldoon. That'll put him up to 50. It's good for him. 36 versus 40. Yeah, Ski, hold that, man. It's sad how heavy this is. We may end up selling it sometime soon if we get a great price for it. How's our party looking? Are we injured? I think we're fine. Tool situation on point. We've got about 30 tools worth of repairs. We're good on ammo. Let's head up into the mists. I see undead footprints, which probably means there's an undead fortification here somewhere. Let's just go ahead and be methodical. Let's clear out this part of the area and then move east. And I was trying to think yesterday about some of the enemies that we haven't faced yet. And one of the biggest ones that came to mind was the Scrat. And that's something I want to face for you guys relatively soon. I mean, our armor and gear and levels and stuff, we can't complain about that. The Scrat are a tough fight, but we are equipped to take them on. It's really just the Alps so far that I'm not that happy fighting. I don't like the changes that they made to them. But with the right loadout, I don't think they're difficult at all. And in the light of day, we're looking good. Let's get in there. So there's a few other things I wanted to share with you guys. So I went online last night, and yeah, here's the undead location. And I checked out some interesting background interactions. I realized that in my last few playthroughs, I've been able to avoid a lot of the lower tier backgrounds. And because of that, we're missing out on some pretty cool interactions throughout the playthrough. So of course, in one playthrough, you're not supposed to experience every single unique interaction between brothers. That's not going to happen. But what can happen is you can have a nice diverse roster and you can have lots of different interactions. So I think we've managed to do that both in this playthrough and the last one. But just in reading some of the cool events and interactions that happen based on perks, traits, based on traits and backgrounds, there's a whole world of stuff. So I think if we end up doing a cultist run at some point, the company origin, that will be super fun. That'll give us some interactive gameplay. The peasant one, I think, is probably the most interesting for that. In my free time, I started I can't remember the name of the origin right now. It's the one where you're basically like an avatar, and you're a hedge knight. And I got pretty far into it, and I played it as a harder campaign, like an expert level. And it was tough, but I saw other people kind of doing that challenge, and I was able to make it about 4 or so hours in before I just kind of stopped. I was starting to snowball pretty hard with a crew of like apprentices and squires, and they were all getting pretty well geared and leveled because I was able to attack some supply caravans. But anyway, that was just kind of a fun side game that I was playing, which, man, I would love to stream some of that at some point. Way off track. Got way off topic. The all peasant company origin, I think, will be very interesting for the fact that because you're taking all of these kind of scrub backgrounds, when everyone's bad, no one's good, right? There's very few backgrounds in the peasant tier that I would consider to be good. I'm not sure which ones are completely excluded. Like, is an apprentice allowable? If that's the case, an apprentice is probably slightly better than, others. Are squires allowed? I feel like probably not, right? But there are guys like historians who have really cool interactions. And I'm saying all this to encourage you guys, if you're doing your own playthrough at home, is try not to min-max this game too hard. It's something that I know that's more of some people's speed than mine, for sure. But my enjoyment personally comes from not min-maxing this game. Trying to buy all the rares I can and trying to make my brothers look cool and, do unique stuff. That's where I get my enjoyment from. And I think if you find yourself ever getting like worn out on Battle Brothers, try only taking backgrounds that you haven't taken before. And I think you'll add a lot of different flavor, because going by what I saw in the lists of interactions, I've basically only seen like a quarter of this game, and that just blows my mind. I don't want to spoil any of them. I've got a few like really cool ones in my head that I want to talk about, but like I almost feel like they're spoilers. Actually, let's switch here. Let's make sure these 5 Geists don't scare the pants off our brothers. Not everyone in this crew right now is a veteran. Step up here, go for the line shot, hope to kill a Geist, and we nail her. Step here. If we hit him, man, why did we not knock him back? Can we not knock back fallen heroes? I guess not. No, we knocked him back. It must have been the tree. I guess the tree kind of stopped him from getting knocked back. Good kills. Let's reload. Decapitation. This guy should not be long for this world. It's the other three we have to worry about, and we're going to want to make sure we're moving Zack up. Keeping him well centered on our party to make sure he's giving that resolve bonus to everyone he can. Man, look how good Hans looks in his armor. Hopefully there's no jealousy with Mudun. The biggest thing holding back Sir Mudun is his fatigue. But over time, you know, if you can ever get him to max level, that pretty much fixes it. Okay, Fritz wants to run, but I think we can rally him pretty easily, either with Wonton Fu or with Zack. Just knock the ones that have just gotten back up, just knock them right back down. Man, got greedy. Got greedy. Let's just do it with Wonton Fu. Alright, the sword coming through with the bonus chance to hit. Popped him like a pimple. Go for a line shot this way. Good decapitation, no more resurrection for him. Rally, Fritz is back on the team. And I'm always happy to see that they leave back two of their strongest dudes to defend someone I couldn't reach even if I wanted to. The decapitation is going to give him a bit of confidence, put him back to kind of neutral. Hopefully he doesn't run again. And this dude stepping up here is pretty rough because I was going to use Adrenaline and step in. But him doing that first, he's really heavily armored even though it's mostly broken. He does not have a helmet though, he's just wearing like a sackcloth. Maybe we'll be able to get right past him, I don't know. It'll probably still be difficult. Come on. Jotnar, they're targeting him. Okay, he didn't break. So we don't have to use any of our turn trying to rally someone. We can switch up. Didn't really matter. As long as we're not getting stunned there. Focusing on the numbers first. That'll free us up to move. We're almost in. Heavy hits with the fighting axe. He is possessed, so he's super dangerous. He gets an extra attack. Luckily for us, we're very well armored. That was kind of a blessing in disguise as long as they don't rout him. And they routed him. But we do have Zack nearby. Zack can try to bring him back. Perfect. Let's rally our bros. Perfect. We'll aim here and probably hit here. But if we ever lucked out, we wouldn't be upset. I think Folkier wants to make use of this axe, so let's help him out. Alright, the rest of that armor is gone. Same here. Come on, we're almost in. We still have to cross this land and surround the Necromancer. Fighting undead in the snow. Not my favorite. It's not that bad though when they have to come to you and you're using your archers as a decent strategy to take them out. If they were in more overwhelming numbers, we would not have moved. Just like fighting them in the swamp or in the forest, their lack of mobility is their biggest weakness. For real? Come on, guys. Oh, even Zack got shook. Perfect. That was all good stuff. That's going to free us up to do a lot of other things. We'll rally. We didn't manage to rally Jotnar. We'll step here. That should give Behemoth a better chance to hit. We still have this little spear. Okay. I see that he needs a reload. We'll do that. Alright, let's get our brothers back. $62. Went for him because we had at least a two-brother surround here, and we still had a chance here with Behemoth to get that kill. Well, this one fight is turning this into kind of a longer part of the episode than I wanted it to be. Come on. At least we're fighting diverse enemies. I mean, there's something to be said for that. Not always fighting the same guys over and over again. It's got to be a kill. Let's get in there. Thank you. May you never come back again. Let's reload first. Actually, that's going to cut down on our movement because I switched twice. I don't know if giving ammo used to always eat into your quick hands. But apparently it does now. The big thing here is to lock down the Necromancer. And then get all of our range tools. We could throw a net. It's probably a bit excessive though. I understand the way the AI works enough that I honestly most of the time don't need nets. Wow, we're completely out. Good kill. Jump in here and then we're going to have to leapfrog. Good job, Yodnar. See what kind of stats those were. Wow, he had really good chances to hit us. He just couldn't do it. Alright, Necromancer's tied down. Should definitely expect some more people to resurrect. Alright, let's go, let's go. So no resurrections. Rainer has super fatigue. Guess we can focus this one. Solid attempt there to protect his buddy. We're going to jump right back in. Jump in here, and then we're going to jump in here, and we're going to have a triple surround on the Necromancer. Pretty solid wall of steel. Swing and a miss. Pole hammer's coming to do work. So is that great axe. And the long axe. Perfect. Really wish we had the fatigue because we would have taken a line shot there. Alright, finally. And down they go. Come on, give me some good loot for that, because boy was that a headache. And I mean, this is money, which we can use to buy good loot. So, 2 military cleavers, a fighting axe, some of this armor and all of this. This is several thousand crowns. We even get a dark cowl that we can play around with as a pimp hat. Never turn down a free pimp hat. We still got some time left in today's episode. I was really hoping to find some more goblin places that have spawned up here, and I'm sure we will. Let's get to the mountains and see if we can scout some places out. Okay, I mean a little goblin raiding party, but that doesn't count. We need locations, not little parties of goblins. We'll come up here. We have 7 more days worth of food. We have 22,000 crowns, so we're good on that. Yeah, and there's nothing here. Honestly, I think we're ready to fight the goblin city. And I'm very eager to do it. But But I would love to get this ambition done beforehand. We could even just do one location, and then probably the Goblin City would count as the other. This bothers me. The fact that we can't see what's over here. But if we cross these mountains, it'll really tear into our supplies. And here we go. We find another location. But hopefully we can make it back to civilization. And we have time left today to take this fight. So I think we will. Let's get up on this mountaintop just to see what we can see around ourselves. Snickering Death's Camp. These are also the types of places where the game loves to hide legendary locations. What kind of levels are we looking like? Let's take a good look at our new armors in the light of day. Can we bring in someone else perhaps to get some levels? Probably take him out. Let's throw in John D. Give him a chance. And Skeeb, man, you just don't have the fatigue you need, brother. We'll get you there, but he's carrying all the heaviest stuff. Okay. 23. Yeah, we'll give you that back. Someone's got to wear this, though. I don't think I'm ever going to sell it. Let's go on in. It's going to be a bit of a longer episode today. We're already near time, so hopefully this fight doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. The game saw fit to be very gracious to us and put us at the top of a plateau with the goblins at the bottom. With any luck, we'll be able to snipe out this shaman. Ooh, John gets poisoned right off the bat. It's a small group. 12 is nothing. Svarog plus Isaac can probably kill that many. He's poisoned. There's nothing he can do. Let's free our ally. The poison is really going to wreck his ability to do anything. If we can get that kill, we free up pretty good line of sight on this shaman. Wow, we knocked his helmet off of him. Try that out. How you like a big man coming at you at full speed. $28. Damn. I actually had pretty high hopes that that would land. Yeah, we'll jump in. I wasn't sure if I would, but their numbers are so small. I'm honestly not that scared of the ambushers. And if they stand and shoot, they're going to get killed. By our brothers who have managed to jump in this far. It's a bold strategy. Okay, we step in here, we can go for a line shot, and we kill them both. Beautiful. Yeah, we're going to step up there. Unless he uses footwork, he's not getting away. Bone plating covering us on that first hit. as we're not poisoned. We hit our own new armor. No one hits us but us. In the past, I've seen before where, like, to test weaponry, mostly, I don't know if this was done in like medieval Europe much, but in medieval Japan, certain ages, they would test swords on prisoners. Not just sure if prisoners of war or common criminals, murderers. Yeah. Seems kind of horrifically practical, if I'm being honest. It's like, how do you want to know if a sword is good? You use it to cut somebody. But, ugh. Practice cutting, I mean, you can cut just about anything. Pigs, I guess, would probably be a pretty good substitution for a man. Maybe it was just a way of killing two birds with one stone, testing out the usefulness of a sword and delivering execution-style punishment to someone. Don't know enough about the history to speak intelligently on it. Just saying, I think that's something that was done at one point. And we hit him, but will we get the kill? Probably not. Going step by step, because I think if we just drop Warrior should be able to go get that guy. And then Battle Brother. Let's let them team up. And this dog will definitely be able, that's Wolf. He'll be able to tie him down for sure. Yeah, and he gets the kill. So easy location for us. We're not really rewarded with any great rewards, but we do get some food. We kind of need that if we're going to sustain this journey we're on. Tools and ammunition and some more salt to sell whenever we get back. So we're finally at the point where our packs are full. Ammunition's always the first thing to go. It's worth almost nothing. This is worth pretty much nothing. Busted bear hat's really worth nothing. We're not going to fix these, so we need to just get rid of those. And we're going to have a lot more cuts to make if we continue exploring this way. But one of the reasons I thought of that train of thought I went on in terms of, there's a black monolith, in terms of the backgrounds of people, caravan hands, actually if you have one in your party, they can have an event that increases the size of your inventory by 9. I don't remember exactly what the qualifications are. I'm sure they have to be a certain level before that kicks in. But yeah, a caravan hand. I could even see just in the early game having one of those guys around just to try and get that event to proc. And then in the late game, if he dies or whatever, you're not that upset because you've already gotten the benefit of getting 9 inventory slots, which is huge. This is going to be another big goblin fight. Yeah, they have an overseer and a shaman. It's still not going to be that hard if we get good, terrain. But it's not going to be easy regardless. Look at all these bolas. Our inventory is full. Our brothers are good though. Let's let them try. Let's let them try. Folkier. Yeah, we've already got a pretty big B team squad in there already. Let's leave it at that. Maybe we could find some way for Muldoon to fight. over Hans. And even Skeeb might have a place in this battle. Not sure who to take out exactly. Maybe Fritz. Let the brothers on either side fight. That seems cool. Alright guys, we'll pick up tomorrow with Velok Kazul as our beginning battle, and then we'll definitely be heading back probably to Raderstad, as they do give us some of the best prices. And we're going to get this ambition done. We'll pick up a new ambition. We'll get the unique item from destroying goblin locations. Actually, I'm a little concerned now, because unless we eat a bunch of food, our inventory is going to be full. I think it lets us make space, or it's going to dump out the item with the lowest possible value. Some of our brothers might be able to carry some of this poison. Goblin poison. It's actually useful. But if we have any brothers who have that kind of space, we should free it up for inventory purposes. We don't, sadly. Okay. Well, that's going to be it, guys. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you stick around for the next one. Alright, y'all. Take care.